Hello guys, today on our first day of London we visit Tower Bridge, loads of beautiful places in London that we've never visited before. We've seen loads of statues and we saw a clock on under the statue, a big tower made of all glass. That we visited the underground, loads of underground. We visited tiny Big Ben, the biggest London Eye ever, and we rode on it. And it was really high up there. And in the distance you can see Big Ben is rebuilding. And that's the building. That's London Eye. And here we are in the park next to London Eye. I don't really know what the park is called, but it's very cool. I thought it was going to take forever just to get right on the London Eye because it was really long. But here you can see that it didn't really take that much. And you can see nearly the whole London from here, which was very cool to see. But definitely some people would say they would be scared if they were up there. But definitely I wasn't. So then you can see all the landmarks in London Bridge, but unfortunately we did not visit the London Bridge, we only visited the Tower Bridge, which is why we can't see it in this episode.
We went in the Tower Bridge and London Bridge are the same picture, they are actually.
The difference between Tower Bridge and London Bridge is Tower Bridge that is blue and London Bridge is red. So it doesn't really mean that Tower Bridge and London Bridge are the same. But there were loads of famous landmarks I didn't even know were around London. And over there you can see the big skyscraper of glass. And wait until we go to the top. You can see nearly all of London and bits of Sheffield, and that would be amazing. And there were loads of skyscrapers in London, and all those people look like tiny figurines walking. And you could not believe how high we were up there. It's higher than you could even think.
We were actually about 259 foot high.
Yeah. But still, I'm saying, waiting until to the top. It was really slow though.
It took us 1 hour to get inside the pod thing in London Eye.
There were loads of glass skyscrapers around London, but that might look like they might fall down. And as you can see in some of the Big Ben things, you can now see that Big Ben is all puffy, not really the same thing that it used to be. But I guess it's still the same thing as it was, just a bit more puffy or something. And as you can see, the system is going very slow, like I told you. I don't really know I do remember some places we went. We went to the Wax Museum and loads of other places. We went to loads of underground just to get to the London Eye. We went to Tower Bridge. We went to where did we went?
Waterloo Station, then we went to, we walked on Victoria and then we went to Victoria Station. Yes, so we walked a lot, then we went to Tottenham.
So it took us about a whole day just to go to those places.
We were walking around London and we walked 6 to 7 hours. We went out around 12:30 and we did walk throughout the day.
But the funnest part of the London trip was meeting very new places, because it was my first time going to London.
Yes.
And you can see my face on the video.
We'll cover it up.
True.
So, like, I can't believe that they made the London Eye this high, and it's not the.
And second, when you're on the ground, when you did the full turn, you go. Then you do a photo.
Yeah, but.
With a ginormous camera, but I was in it.
Yeah. But you just at least one of you guys who are watching should visit London one time at least for 4 days or more.
We stayed in London for 4 days, and at December you're going to stay there for a week.
Which is even more better. And as you can see all those glass skyscrapers next to each other, which is actually kind of dangerous. Because then a skyscraper will fall on a skyscraper, on a skyscraper, on a skyscraper. So it's practically like a domino. And you can see loads of big boats on the river.
Ticket to batao kitne ki thi?
Ticket, £100.
£40 for one person and £30 of kids.
Which is a lot. So you'll have to save your money if you want to go on the London Eye.
It's for £160 for 100 and how much is it? £40.
£140 we went on the London
Yes,
Eye.
for 5 minutes.
Wow, that is way
How much
better.
is for 2 turns?
2 times के लगाओ 140 को multiply करो 2 से.
Second, it has to go fast track.
280.
And second, when you enter the London Eye, it doesn't stop. You have to enter it when it's going.
Yes, it's like you need to jump in the capsule.
But if you don't, you're gonna get stuck in the river.
Yes, just straight away falling into the river.
Or missile turn.
So I guess you should be really quick when you do walk on it.
And second, you have to take a photo before you. Why don't you take a photo when you?
But the photos are also expensive. They are for £20 each.
Just for a photo.
Yes.
Why do you have to take a photo when you were going to enter the thing?
Then you can buy that photo afterwards.
So you can see like these half circle round buildings. The most exciting thing was seeing all the boats go. I really wish we rode on a boat.
Oh, next time now we
It
paid.
was cost more than It cost more than going for one round on the London Eye.
I really wish I saw the Tower Bridge open, because then it would be my first time seeing the Tower Bridge open. But you wouldn't really see all the statues around London. But I still suggest visiting London. So at least you could see all the famous landmarks. Like I said in the first part of the video, there's a long bridge. I think we went across that bridge. You should see the Roman wall in London.
Oh, yes.
That's really strong because it's still standing up today.
You need at least 2 weeks for visiting London because everything is so much time consuming. Like you can't just finish seeing London in 1 weekend or 2-3 days, because if you're going out to art galleries, the one floor is too big.
Yeah.
You can't finish that one floor.
I remember when we went to the British Museum. They had loads.
So it's like you need to visit. You need to spare like 1 or 2 weeks to visit the whole.
Or 1 month.
Yes, 1 month, because there are dungeons. There are so many things in there.
Dungeons!
Yes,
You're gonna be trapped in dungeons!
Yes, there are dungeons and there are some places.
Creepy
and
place.
Undergrounds.
The most well, the most favorite part of our trip that I think was the most favorite part was visiting the Wax Museum, because there were loads of famous artworks and there were some very scary ones from scary movies. And there were some like Disney movies like Tinkerbell and Shrek. And there was like an olden time cooking one too. A gun one. A big monkey face one, which looks really creepy. And as you can see over here, there.
It had an alien one.
Yeah.
And it had Star Wars.
And as you can see over here, this is the starter place when we went to Tower Bridge. Well, before we were walking on Tower Bridge, I can say so. How long has Tower Bridge been standing up for?
Since
Up to
1998.
1700.
Since 1998.
1700. I have a book on Tower Bridge.
Since 1998.
Yes, it's 1998. No. Very old.
Then how did all the paint last?
They renew it, no, they refurbish, they repaint them after like 2-3 months. You need to take care of things so they're gonna last long.
But Tower Bridge is gonna fall one day.
Yeah, everything will gonna fall one day, but you need to take care of things.
Even the London Eye, even the tallest skyscraper in the world's gonna fall one day.
Yes, Nawal, everything is gonna fall one day. Yes.
No!